stay fly, hustle through the sky, moonwalk on clouds, stack it up, cheddar, feeling better, proud, mind sharp, cutting through vibes, samurai sword, dropping bars, hit like a...
The Grind Hotline. I'm Harj Singh. This is where we talk about business, sales, and mindset, and what it really takes to succeed in 2025. I made over 250,000 cold calls for hundreds of companies across different industries, trained SDRs, AEs, leaders who live and die by phones. My goal here is simple, to give you real, actionable insights that you can use today. Let's talk about cold calling, and specifically, how do you open a call? Because that first 10 seconds determines everything. One big mistake, one of the worst things I still hear, even from experienced reps and manager, is starting a call by asking for permission. I want to share a personal story. This also prompted me to make this episode and talk about this topic. Very recently, I was working on a campaign for a client, Outbound campaign. And I had this very experienced guy, manager, says he's worked on Wall Street. Now he's doing fractional sales work for dozens of companies like I have. Told me to open a call, something like this. Hey, Harj, this is Joe calling from ABC Company. I know you weren't expecting my call, but can I tell you why I was calling? And then you can decide if you want to talk to me. Take a moment for this to sink in. Does it sound polite? Yes, maybe even humble. But it's the fastest way to sound weak. You've already told them. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. You're giving them an easy no. Why that doesn't work? Think about it. When you get a telemarketer who calls your phone, your cell phone, they sound terrible. They're selling furnace services or some sort of package about your internet, whatever that is. They start by saying, sorry to bother you. Can I have a second of your time, or can I tell you why I'm calling? You're out before they finish. You know, respect is good, but permission kills momentum in this case. In this case, you sound timid when you start like that, and you don't book meetings when you sound timid. What you want to do instead is this. Here's how I open my calls. Calm, confident, no permission check. Let's say, for example, I'm calling a CTO or a CIO or a head of IT of a company about a software advisory service. This is how I would start. Again, we're only talking about opening. Hi, James. This is Harj calling from ABC Software Advisory. Quick question for you. Do you oversee software renewals or vendor contracts for ABC Company? Take a pause. He says yes. Perfect. I was curious, do you have any renewals that are coming up in the next 90 days, any major ones like cloud, any of your big vendors? That's it. You're in a real conversation now, not a pitch. And here's something I tell every team I coach. This is very important. When you're talking to people, I don't care if they're directors, vice presidents, CEO, founders, head of whatever. Think of yourself as an equal. You're not beneath them. You're not underneath them. They don't have more skills or money than you. You are their equal. You are their friend. You will talk in a friendly conversational tone. You'll be respectful, but you'll be friendly. You'll be assertive, but respectful again. So talk like it. Stay respectful, but not shy. Talk like you're speaking to a peer, someone you respect, not someone you fear. This works because it sounds like you belong. You belong here talking to them. You're not trying to sneak past a gatekeeper or sneak in timidly, say, hey, can I talk to you? You're starting a business conversation between equals. That's how you build credibility fast. Not by asking for permission, but by earning their attention through intelligent questions, tone, and clarity. You see what I did there? I called. I said, James, I was calling about your company. Are you the guy that does this? I wanted to ask. Boom, we got his attention. This is so relevant, the questions that we asked and how we started. We got him on the hook. This is not your traditional, hi, I'm calling from so-and-so company. This is what we do. Can I tell you? You're gone. You're done by that time. In the end, what I want to say, to wrap it up, cold calling in 2025 isn't dead, but weak opening lines are. Weak openers are. If you sound like you don't believe you belong in the room, the call's already over. Start with confidence. Keep it simple. Let your tone do the heavy lifting. I wanted to say thank you for listening. I also wanted to mention, if you're running an outbound campaign, you're a sales leader, you're a manager, you need a fresh, modern way to move the needle. Reach out to me. Send us a question. I work with companies across North America as fractional sales consultant, helping teams fix their outbound funnel, modernizing their approach, and start real conversation that grow pipeline. Book a chat with me. Links in the bio. Good luck.